Hi, my name is Dominic from Arshad Ayub Graduate Business School, University Technology Marasaba. I'm a DBA postgraduate and today I'm going to present my conceptual paper entitled Effects of Social Media Usage in Government Agencies Communication Effort. Before I go further, I would like to present the overview of the presentation. The main objective of this study is to review the effect of the relationship between social media characteristics and users' continuance to use the government social media in disseminating information to the public. The conceptual part consists of an extensive search and analysis of academic articles and government publications related to government social media. This paper mainly based on secondary sources of information through references and review of articles in selected journals on government social media. A conceptual framework has been proposed which links to the dimensions used from the past studies. The study highlights past studies on characteristics of government social media and the relationship of continuance to use the government social media. The review addressed to the gaps from past studies. This study helps the government agencies to review the usage and effect of social media in government. This research also will add to the existing literature review of government social media towards the communication effort in government agencies. With 3.48 billion globally users of social media, Malaysia has 25 million of active social media users. Average spending online 8 hours and 5 minutes and spending on social media itself 5 hours and 47 minutes a day, bringing Malaysia top 5 globally and highest in Southeast Asia on mobile internet penetration in 2019. This study is about the rise of social media as a robust agent on communication and marketing tool, motivated by the efficiency, advancement, and increasing use of technology by the private sector uh, firms. Social media applications have begun being adopted by government agencies to change the way of communication and their delivery of services to the public, especially in improving the performance, productivity, and efficiency to the public. The literature review of the study is mainly on the past scholars on government social media that had been studied before. In literature review, there are three main dimensions or characteristics that a scholar used to predict the continuous use of government social media. This section is the selected dimension used to predict the continuous use on government social media. The literature review showing supporting from the past studies on gaps and limitations of the study. And this part is about the findings and gaps of the studies from the previous scholars on government social media from 2010 to 2019. Most of the gaps highlighting in the previous studies are on the lack of understanding of the need of users, lack of tangible goals, lack of capability, lack of attracting people on participation in social media, and overall is the limitation of the research on this study, particularly in this study. Is the continuity from the previous slide. This is the purpose of conceptual framework. This conceptual framework is based on the literature review before, based on underlying theory of uses and gratification theory, which is continuous to use government social media, and open government model. In hypothesis development, transparency, participation, and collaboration have positive effect on continuance to use the government social media. For the conclusion of this study, there are many gaps that need to be studied on government social media, which need to be studied, particularly in communication efforts. And future studies, the use of social media among government agencies has not been adequately researched, especially in developing countries such as Malaysia. The purpose of this study is to develop conceptual framework for adoption of social media among the government agencies. The study is based on the theory of uses and gratification and open government model, and propose a modification in order to fit with the model in the conceptual framework of government. This study will contribute to the literature by adding a new conceptual framework in order to fill the gaps in the literature review. In the future, this study would empirically validate major limitations of the proposed conceptual framework. Okay, that's all, and thank you.